Hello everyone. Today we'll see some few very basic commands of MATLAB. I'll be using MATLAB 2024 RA version. So let us start with it. So this is basically my MATLAB interface. So this is the editor. This here is workspace. This here is command window, and this is the current folder. This is basically a default layout. You can change the layout from this home button. You can change the layout. Okay. So I'll be using this. So there are very basic commands which are most often used. CLC. CLC clears the command window. So if I run it, the command window will be clear. You can see if I run it, you can run either from here or you can just directly press Control Enter. So this command window is clear. To clear the workspace, there is a command called clear. You can either specify which variable to clear. Suppose I want to clear den, so this will clear the den variable here. Suppose I want to clear this num variable, I can write num, it will clear, or directly I can write control all to clear all the variables. So now all the variables will be cleared. Clear all basically clears all the variables, all the functions from RAM also. So you must use it effectively. If you do not want to clear all the variables from RAM, there are certain functions which are stored in RAM to run the MATLAB faster. So you can use directly only clear to clear it from this virtual RAM which MATLAB has created. Okay. So we'll basically see the basic definition of transfer function. So transfer function can be defined in two ways. The first one is directly defining a variable using this df command. So now s can be used as a variable to define a transfer function. So let me write g1 is equals to, let's say we are defining 1 by s square plus 5s plus 6. Right? So this is our transfer function. It is defined like this. Okay. There is one another way to define a transfer function. Let's say our transfer function is g2 tf. This tf command takes two inputs, numerator, denominator, and if you want to give a define a discrete transfer function, then you can mention the sampling time. But if you do not mention it, it will take it as a continuous transfer function. So we need to define numerator and denominator. This basically is an array. So our numerator is 1 here. It can be also array, but right now it is 1. This array should be the value of the coefficients of the s polynomial, which in the numerator and the denominator. So in this case, it is 1, 5, and 6. So g1 and g2 are same. Both are the same definition of the same type function. Okay, now you can see g1, sorry, g1, g1. This transfer function is defined g1. If you check for g2, it is same g2. Now there are very few, not very few, there are a lot of commands, but most commonly used commands for a control system engineers are like step g1. So this will give me the input step response of this transfer function g1. We can see the step response. Yeah, this is visible. You can see the characteristics also, peak response, rise time, settling time, all these things you can see on the graph itself. If you want the step info directly in the command window, you can directly write a step info of g1. So this will print the step info of this transfer function. You can see this step info is printed in command window. There are other functions like Bode. You can see the Bode plot of the transfer function. This is the Bode plot. You can see the Nyquist plot. Nyquist plot of the transfer function. Nyquist plot of the transfer function. You can see the root locus of the transfer function using the rlocus command. Yeah, this is the root locus of the transfer function. There are some other commands like is it stable? This will tell you if the transfer function is stable or not. This basically check the open loop stability if the poles are right half in right half or left half. So this will give 1 or 0 depending on if it is stable or not. So you can see the answer is 1, so it means it is stable. You can directly print it also if you remove the semicolon. Yeah, so this is stable. 0 means unstable. You can check the bandwidth of a transfer function. Bandwidth of a system. Bandwidth is basically 3 dB drop in a frequency domain. This answer is here 1.5 to 85. So these are very basic commands which I use for control systems. We'll now move forward in the future lectures, future videos to see some useful commands for control systems. Thank you.